Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we are going to be exploring something that might just brighten your day.
Oh,
Literally. And that is the world of beeswax candles.
okay.
We're diving into a recent article from Trend This, a blog that's always on top of what's new and noteworthy.
Yeah, it's interesting you say brighten your day because that's precisely one of the things that sets beeswax candles apart.
Right.
They really do bring a unique kind of light into a room.
I've heard that. So tell me, what's the buzz about beeswax candles? What makes them stand out from the usual
Right.
paraffin or soy candles?
Well, let's start with what they're made of.
Okay.
Unlike paraffin wax, which is a petroleum byproduct, beeswax is a natural substance produced by honeybees.
Okay.
It's essentially what they use to build their honeycomb structures.
So right off the bat, we're talking about a renewable and eco-friendly resource.
Yes.
That's a plus for the environment.
Absolutely. And that eco-conscious aspect is just the tip of the iceberg. Beeswax candles have a whole range of benefits, from the air we breathe to the ambiance they create.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Tell me more about these benefits.
One of the most fascinating things about beeswax candles is their ability to purify the air.
Really?
When they burn, they release negative ions. Now these negative ions have a remarkable ability to bind to pollutants, dust, allergens,
Wow.
even odors, and neutralize them.
Wait, so it's like having a natural air purifier
Yes.
built into a candle?
In a way, yes. It's particularly beneficial for people with allergies or respiratory sensitivities.
Interesting.
And it's not just about cleaner air, it's about a healthier atmosphere overall.
That's amazing. I'm starting to see why these candles are trending.
There's even research suggesting that the negative ions released by beeswax candles can have a positive impact on mood and cognitive function.
Really? Yeah, that's incredible.
And unlike paraffin candles, which can release harmful toxins like benzene and toluene when burned,
Yeah.
beeswax candles are non-toxic. You can breathe easy knowing you're not filling your home with potentially harmful chemicals.
That's a huge relief, especially for those of us who love to create a cozy atmosphere with candlelight.
Exactly. And speaking of creating a cozy atmosphere, beeswax candles also burn with a beautifully warm, natural light that's very similar to sunlight.
Okay.
It's softer on the eyes compared to the harsh glare of some artificial lights.
So they're easier on the eyes, they purify the air, they're non-toxic,
Yes.
you're eco-friendly.
Exactly.
I'm sold.
There's even more. Beeswax candles burn slower and longer than other types of candles.
Oh, wow.
So you get more enjoyment out of each one.
It sounds like beeswax candles are the total package.
They truly are a unique and wonderful way to bring warmth and well-being into your home.
Okay, so now I'm really curious about the actual experience of burning a beeswax candle.
Right.
What's the scent like?
That's a great question. Pure beeswax candles have a naturally sweet and subtle aroma, almost like honey, but very delicate.
Okay.
It's not overpowering at all. In fact, many people find it calming and relaxing.
That does sound lovely.
Yeah,
So no artificial fragrance is needed.
exactly. And that's one of the things that makes them so appealing for people who are sensitive to strong scents or prefer a more natural approach to fragrance. And if you're looking for something a bit more customized, you can actually add essential oils to beeswax candles,
Oh.
especially if you're making them yourself.
Oh, so you can create your own aromatherapy blends.
Exactly.
That's a fantastic idea.
That's a wonderful way to personalize the experience and create a specific mood or atmosphere in your home.
Now, speaking of making your own beeswax candles,
Yeah.
the article mentioned that as a possibility.
Yeah.
Is it really something you can do at home?
It absolutely is. It's a surprisingly simple and rewarding process.
Okay.
You basically melt down beeswax pellets, which you can find online or at craft stores.
Okay.
Then add a wick to a mold or container, pour in the melted wax, and let it cool.
So it's not as complicated as I imagine.
Not at all. There are tons of resources and tutorials available online to guide you through the process step by step.
I bet that's a really satisfying feeling, burning a candle you made yourself.
It really is, and you have complete control over the ingredients and the scent.
Yeah.
So you know exactly what you're getting.
So for those who are interested in trying out the DIY route, what are some key things to keep in mind?
Well, first and foremost, you want to make sure you're using 100% pure beeswax.
Right.
Some manufacturers might blend it with paraffin or other fillers to cut costs.
Right.
But that dilutes the purity and the benefits.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And what about the wicks? Are there certain types that are better than others?
Yes, absolutely. It's best to choose natural wicks made from cotton or wood.
Okay,
They burn cleanly and don't release harmful fumes.
gotcha.
Avoid wicks that contain metal cores or synthetic materials.
Okay, so pure beeswax, natural wicks.
Yes.
Got it. Any other tips for budding candle makers?
One thing that's really important is to properly prepare your molds or containers.
Uh,
You want to make sure they're clean and dry, and you might want to lightly grease them to prevent the wax from sticking.
that's a good tip.
Yeah,
I can imagine that would make a big difference in how easily the candles come out of the mold.
exactly. And be patient with the cooling process. Let the candles harden completely before you try to remove them or burn them. It's worth the wait.
So we've talked about all the amazing benefits of beeswax candles, and even how to make them ourselves.
Right.
But I have to ask, are there any potential drawbacks?
Yeah.
The article did mention a couple of things.
Right. It's important to be aware of those. The biggest one for some people might be the cost. Beeswax candles tend to be more expensive than paraffin or soy candles.
That's understandable, given that it's a natural and labor-intensive product.
Exactly. But I think it's important to consider it an investment in your health and well-being.
I agree. You're getting a high-quality, sustainable, and beneficial product that's good for you and the environment.
And it's worth noting that while beeswax is generally safe and hypoallergenic, some people might have a rare allergy to it. If you're concerned, it's always a good idea to do a patch test on a small area of your skin before using beeswax candles extensively.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Always better to be safe than sorry.
Absolutely. And remember, if you're buying beeswax candles, do your research and choose reputable brands that use 100% pure beeswax and natural wicks.
Okay.
There are some fantastic artisans and beekeepers out there who are dedicated to creating high-quality, sustainable products.
It sounds like it's worth taking the time to find those ethical and quality-focused producers.
It definitely is, and you'll be supporting small businesses and sustainable practices in the process.
So where can listeners find more information about beeswax candles,
Sure.
reputable brands, or even DIY resources?
Well, we've compiled a list of helpful links and resources in the episode description.
Perfect.
Be sure to check those out if you're interested in learning more.
Great. And as always, if you enjoyed this deep dive, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future episodes. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground today, from
Yeah.
the science behind beeswax candles to the joys of making your own.
Right.
It's clear that these candles offer a unique blend of beauty, sustainability, and well-being.
I think it's fascinating how something as simple as a candle can connect us to nature, to the intricate world of bees, and to a more mindful way of living.
Yeah, it's a reminder that even small choices can make a difference. And speaking of choices, next time I'm looking to create a warm and inviting atmosphere at home, I know exactly what I'm reaching for.
I think you'll be pleasantly surprised by the difference a beeswax candle can make, not just in the ambiance, but in the way it makes you feel.
Well, there you have it, folks. We've explored the wonderful world of beeswax candles, uncovering their surprising benefits and the joy they can bring.
It's been a pleasure diving into this topic with you.
If you're feeling inspired to try out beeswax candles, be sure to check out the resources we've linked in the episode description. You'll find information on where to buy high-quality beeswax candles, as well as tips and supplies for making your own.
And remember, knowledge is power. The more we learn about the products we choose, the better equipped we are to make choices that benefit both ourselves and the planet.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of beeswax candles. We hope you learned something new and feel inspired to brighten your days in a more natural and mindful way.
And if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future deep dives into fascinating topics.
Until next time, keep exploring.